y'all, I'm Kristen. This is Is It Worth It, y'all? And today I'm going to take you through 2 versions of our baked oatmeal. In the first version, we're going to use a rolled oat. In the second version, we're going to use a steel cut oat, so you can kind of see how we use both. This recipe is following a recipe off of allrecipes.com, and I will link it in the description. It takes oats, sugar, cinnamon, baking powder, salt, eggs, milk, butter, and vanilla. And then whatever type of dried fruit, or what you'll see what we do is canned fruit in this recipe. I like to use or make breakfasts that are handheld. So that's the goal of this, is to make breakfast handheld. So this first recipe worked out brilliantly. The second one, not so much, but I'll explain why later. What you're seeing me do here is just combine the ingredients. I added some molasses because this recipe calls for brown sugar, and I didn't have brown sugar available, so I just added some molasses. And I'm literally just following the recipe per the baked oatmeal recipe, and it's really easy. 3 cups of rolled oats, 1 cup of brown sugar, 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 large eggs, 1 cup of milk, 1/2 a cup of melted butter, which is at 1 stick, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and then 3/4 cup of a dried fruit. So instead of using dried fruit, because this is a recipe that we're using to focus on pantry staples, like prepper pantry staples. And so we're trying to use up some of those prepper pantry products like the oats. So, and we don't measure vanilla with a teaspoon. We measure it with our heart. So I threw that in there. So what we're going to do is I'm going to drain off. I've got some canned blueberries that we canned year before, might have been last year. I'm going to drain the juice off of these blueberries. Then I'm just going to add the fruit in there. And it worked out wonderful. And I think I ended up like cutting the blueberry juice with water and just drinking it like a tea. It was kind of awesome. So we just saved that. Well, you see I put it back in the jar. And then the cool part about this recipe is putting it in our little, if you've watched some of our other videos about making egg bites or meatloaf bites or whatnot, we just used those same containers and made this into holdable baked oatmeal, and they turned out fantastic. These are so easy to come out of these. That's why I love those little silicone, the silicone jumbo cupcake liners. They're so good. You can see these. This is like piping hot. It literally just came out of the oven and I just couldn't wait. So yeah, they were awesome and everybody liked them. Now this is the next recipe. This is using a steel cut oat. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to soak these oats overnight. It says the standard is 8 to 12 hours. So I did 8 to 12 hours on the counter and left them out just sitting 8 to 12 hours. And then I ran out of time and went ahead and threw this bowl of oats in the refrigerator overnight and then started this recipe the next day. Now for this recipe, I'm doing the same thing. I'm still using a fruit, but we're going to use cherries. And the only mess up that I did was I took the cherries and instead of mixing all of them into the batter itself, I threw some in the bottom of the cup. Now, why does that matter? It matters because the oatmeal didn't actually like get around. I didn't stir it. I just like put it on top, kind of like when you have like a fruit yogurt type thing and all the fruits in the bottom and the yogurt sitting on top of it. The same thing happened here. So they're not really as good of a handheld baked oatmeal. It's just next time if I use steel cut oats, I'm just going to mix all of the fruit into the oats instead of just, like plopping them in the cup and leaving them. So I went ahead and remeasured out the oats just to make sure I got what I needed, which I did. I got the 3 cups. It does, you have to soak steel cut oats or this is not going to work. So that is a major, don't forget, you've got to soak these or they won't turn out. And just like the other recipe, we're going to add in all the ingredients. I'm literally following the exact same piece of paper that I followed the first time. And we're just going to mix all this up and bake it off. And I think, let me see. Oh yeah, 350-degree oven. And I'm going to say that each one of these took probably 45 minutes to cook all the way through because this is supposed to be, let me check the recipe. This is supposed to be in a 9x13 pan. So this amount of oatmeal will be really shallow in a 9x13 pan. And so since I'm putting them in a deeper cup, the time frame went longer. It says about 40 minutes on the recipe, but I was going 45 to 50 minutes on the recipe. So just because it's a taller slice of this oatmeal. So, but if you use the 9x13, it'll definitely go faster. Oh, I forgot to melt butter on this one. So I'm adding oil. Same thing. It's a fat. It'll work. Now I took these drained cherries and I went ahead and chopped them up. Sometimes I quartered them. Sometimes I put them into sixths. And this is where the mess up happens. Instead of just literally taking these and tossing them into that oatmeal ingredients, I put them in the bottom of the little trays, and that did not work out in the end because the oatmeal just cooked over the top of it and the bottom's mushy. They firmed up when I put them in the refrigerator. They firmed up. So, I mean, they still came out. You could still edible, like you could hold it, but it wasn't as good as the blueberry ones that we made first. So here's the part. Don't do this. Just pretend like you're not watching this. I just want you to see what I did. Don't do this. It does not work. Throw all of those nice, beautiful canned cherries into the little oatmeal mixture and mix them up. See this part? Do this. Skip the other step. This works way better. And then we're going to just repeat the same thing that we did with the other ones. We're going to pour this in. About 3/4, almost all the way full, but 3/4 of the way full. Bake them off, and they still tasted amazing. The texture difference between the steel coat oats and the rolled oats, it doesn't bother me at all. They are definitely different, but it still tastes like oatmeal, and it was still amazing. And I think the cherries in the oatmeal was a great add. I'm just going to not do it this way. I'm going to do it the other way. So I hope you enjoyed this. This is another one of those ways to use up all of those prepper pantry staples. And it was an amazing recipe. Tasted phenomenal. And they're nice and handheld. So like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And until we see you on the next video. Bye, y'all.